Guys, do you know anything about Wells Fargo? They did fraud recently.
What did they do?
Alright, do you know anything about it? Tell us more about it.
But wait. What is Wells Fargo?
Okay, let me tell you about it.
Once upon a time, there is a bank institution named Wells Fargo. The name Wells Fargo is forever linked with the image of a six-horse stagecoach thundering across the American West, loaded with gold. The full history of more than 160 years is rich in detail with great events in America's history. From the gold rush to the early 20th century, through prosperity, depression, and war, Wells Fargo earned a reputation of trust due to its attention and loyalty to the customers. Wells Fargo provides services such as loans, investments, and pensions. They make it easy for customers to manage their everyday banking. Regardless of their growing size, scope, they always put their customers first and help them succeed financially.
In 2010, Wells Fargo had made an aggressive sales goal where employees were told by the CEO, which is Mr. John Stump, to sell at least 8 accounts per customer compared to a decade ago where the average are 3 accounts. Moreover, the CEO had made an unrealistic justification by telling the shareholders in the Wells Fargo's 2010 annual report that they will sell 10 accounts per customer. In order to achieve the goals, the CEO had threatened the employees, which is the salespeople, to be fired if they cannot reach the sales goal. Therefore, in order to meet the company goals, one of its employees had an idea to open a fake account. This method had been shared with one of another of the employees by using the same way of hacking a video game.
In early 2011, Wells Fargo was informed about reports of ethics violations. Even that, in 2011 until 2015, the employees still create fake accounts of customers to fit in the company's goals. It was detected by the management about the fake accounts created, and there were 1,000 employees fired each year. In 5 years, from 2011 until 2015, there were approximately 5,300 of employees were fired because they were found out to create fake accounts of customers. In 2015, the customers realized about the fake accounts opened under their names and they go against Wells Fargo.
In the year 2060, Wells Fargo needs to pay penalty $185 million to settle the lawsuit and $5 million to customer as they open customer account without permission. They also revised their goal from 10 accounts per employee to reasonable account. Now, Wells Fargo take initiative to strengthen their internal control by sending the customer an email for every time a new account is opened. So, what we can do to avoid this case from happening again? The management must put some internal control in place to prevent and detect fraud and other illegal activity. If fails to do so, there will be no check on employee behavior. The company can trust the employee, but they must verify them. So, the company can use COSO as a guideline in order to invented the internal control in their company.
Control environment is the foundation on effective system of internal control. In short, it is a set of standards, processes, and structures that carry out across the organization, which the board of directors and senior players will conduct the organization. In this case, Wells Fargo need to change the ethical and values of the company. This is because the CEO had pressured the employee to meet the unrealistic sales goals without considering the market environment. Besides, the salespeople also had been threatened to be fired by the CEO if they cannot reach the sales goal. In order to change the company's ethical and values issues, CEO play a big role where Mr. Stamps should give incentive or bonus, such as increment salary of the employees in order to make them stay motivated.
Also is risk assessment. The management of the company should specify the suitable objective. In the case of Wells Fargo, the CEO pushed their employee to find and open at least 8 accounts per employees. This goal does not reasonable because the average account per employees is around 3 for the previous year. When this reasonable goal has applied, it can burden the employees, this can lead to the fraud. Besides that, the company has to identify the risks that may happen in their company. By identifying the risk, it can be a protection to a company from some fraud or bad from happening. In this case, the risk management or internal audit has to assess what type of the risk that can happen in the company. Some action or prevention can take place so that those cases won't happen anymore. The lesson from this Wells Fargo case is the board of directors or senior management are absolutely responsible for the risk management effectiveness of their company. They must ensure that their risk management program and software system are placed so that the scandal like this can be avoided.
Control activities is the activities designed to fit in objectives. To stop creating fake accounts, Wells Fargo should get confirmation from the thumbprint of the customers when they open a new account. Next, to reduce the number of fake accounts, Wells Fargo should limit the number of accounts opened per day. Lastly, to prevent the fake account from happening again, Wells Fargo should upgrade the security system by sending emails to the customers on new accounts opened.
For information and communication, management should obtain information and rely more on their internal auditor for information that is timely, current, accurate, complete, and also verifiable. As for internal communication, the question is, where was their internal auditor at that time? Our suggestion is that internal auditors should investigate and be more aware of customer complaints and also customer satisfaction. They should also be more skeptical in organizational culture. Management should also communicate properly and kindly with their employees by not giving them unbearable pressure, because with the pressure environment, this would rationalize their fraudulent act. For communication externally, in terms of customers, Wells Fargo should alert customers and let them be aware of the account that will be created. This will automatically inform them the existence of the account. Moreover, the management should not give false hope to the shareholders. They also should communicate with the shareholders in terms of incentive receiving. As for monitoring activities, management should monitor and check the progress or quality of internal auditor works over a period of time. They should keep it under systematic review to ensure that there is no fraudulent activity happen. Management should not give unrealistic tasks to the employees. They should maintain the 6 goals objective.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet.